Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome back to the AWA, the best in wrestling here on the Nation Network tonight. Big announcement from Commissioner Stanley Blackburn regarding a special tag team match we're going to be seeing right here tonight. Stay with us. Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome once again back here to the Tropicana. AWA's All-Star Wrestling starts it off with this man right here, Mad Dog Maurice Vachon, as he's getting ready to step into the ring with one of the mainstays here in the AWA, Greg Gagne. And joining me here in the broadcast booth is my longtime friend, Mean Scheme. And tonight, Scheme, we've got them all. Oh, no doubt about that. We're going to be seeing the best of the best right here in the AWA. You had mentioned earlier on about something that went down earlier today. There was a war of words, so to speak, in the commissioner's office between Jerry the King Lawler and Nick Bockwinkel, along with, of course, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And, well, that war of words has now escalated to this unusual situation here tonight. Absolutely no doubt about it, because tonight he's put the two men together as a tag team. They will have to wrestle together, but he did say there is going to be a return date for that AWA Championship down the line. He did not give an exact date, but we know that it'll be a main event wherever it takes place. Well, indeed, you've got the reigning WCCW World Champion teaming up now with the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, and these two men do not like each other. It's going to be something to watch here tonight. All right, Greg Gagne making his way into the ring. He is ready. One half of the High Flyers going solo here tonight. All right, bell sounds, action's underway. Both men meeting in the center of the ring, and it is a side headlock takedown by Greg Gagne, and he's got him down on the mat. Well, we're going to see a battle not only in the ring between two men, but we're going to be seeing a battle of different styles as well. Greg Gagne is definitely going to try to out-wrestle the Mad Dog. Of course, Greg Gagne from that great lineage. His father, Vern Gagne, the owner of the AWA. Tremendous amateur and professional wrestler. Both men have come up the ranks that way, and now his son trying to make his way to the top of the ladder here in the AWA. He's had a lot of success, formerly one half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions with Jim Brunzell. First time we've seen him in solo competition in quite some time. As the Mad Dog shoots him to the ropes, back out front, both men collide, and nobody going to get the advantage in that one. And now the Mad Dog has him draped across the top rope and slingshots him back to the middle of the ring. Fans, the fallout from the Super Stream still being felt throughout the ranks here in the FWF. Oh, no doubt about that. I'll tell you right now, there were so many bitter feuds that were either settled or not. It doesn't matter. There's still a lot of bad feelings, not just here in the AWA, but across the spectrum. Greg Gagne now up to one knee, and there's a big forearm down across the back. Oh, the Mad Dog just drove that knee to the side of the head, and Gagne might be out. That one did a lot of damage. I saw the look on the face of Greg Gagne. He caught that one flush, and he's in trouble. Tremendous belly-to-back suplex, and Gagne is in trouble. Gets back up to his feet with a little bit of help, and now he slips out the back door. Nice reversal right there by Gagne. That might be the difference right there. He needed this opportunity, and now he's going to have to do something with it, because it was all Mad Dog for the longest time in this one. Well, Gagne's been doing a lot of tag team wrestling, as we have already alluded to, but the Mad Dog, in the meantime, has been going after Larry the Axe Hennig in a series of brutal battles one-on-one, and then recently had an opportunity at the television championship held by his son Curt Hennig. Came up short in that one, but again, he's been wrestling singles matches exclusively while Gagne's been in tag team matches, and you wonder if that might be something that Gagne's going to have to adjust back to now as he works on the arm. Well, it very well could be a part of the psyche right now that Gagne gets into a moment and thinks, okay, let me tag in the fresh man, and realizes there's nobody there to tag. Well, we speak of the TV title. It'll be on the line here tonight. It's a return match. Larry Zbyszko, one more opportunity against Curt Hennig for the AWA Television Championship. Curt Hennig, say what you will about the young man. He has put that title up night after night. Now, look at this. He's got him in the Boston Crab, and now look at this. The Mad Dog trying to make his way over to the ropes, and he can't do it, but he powers out instead. Oh, you're not going to pin Greg Gagne just by a kick out. You're going to have to do something more than that, sir. Now, look at this. He's going to work on him again. Nice shoulder tackle right there by Greg Gagne. Now he goes, hooks the leg, gets one. I've got to tell you, I'm a little bit surprised that one is all he gets on that one. I thought he'd do at least a 2 count. That tells me that the Mad Dog, Maurice Vachon, not worn down very much. Oh, look at this. Greg Gagne's got him in the abdominal stretch, and he's got it cinched on deep. This could be it. He's in trouble. But the Mad Dog able to power out of that one as well. For every move Gagne comes up with, the Mad Dog has a response, and here comes another one. Oh, he's going to go for that pile driver. If he hits it, it's over. He got him. And I believe that might be the end of the match. Gagne looks like he is limp. Referee's down for the cover. I don't see Gagne kicking out of this. He does. He does. I'm not sure where Greg Gagne pulled that one out from. He came down and shot off the canvas. Stuns him with a jaw jacker right there. Now Gagne with a sleeper hold. Unbelievable. What a turn of events. And now Gagne with a sleeper hold on him. And it's over. What a win for Greg Gagne. Tremendous come from behind victory. Fans, I don't mind telling you, I've seen a lot of great matches and I've seen a lot of altercations. Wait a minute, now what? Greg Gagne offering a handshake, and it's going to be accepted by the Mad Dog. Can you believe it? Well, with 2K, apparently they think everybody gets a trophy, so yeah, I can believe it. Fans, will be back with plenty more AWA wrestling action right after this. All right, wrestling fans, it is time. Well, this is one that we talked about early on the broadcast. Stanley Blackburn said these two men are going to have to learn to coexist here in the AWA, that a title return match would in fact be offered to Jerry Lawler, but that they are structuring a very special contract for that match. We don't know the details yet of the contract as it has not been released, but once we have information on it, we'll bring it to you right here on the Nation Network. Well, I've got to believe that they're going to take into consideration some of the things that Jerry Lawler has done recently with, as it regards to the world-class area, by taking their title and basically refusing to defend it. Well, Lawler has recently stated that he is in the business right now of collecting trophies, and those trophies, of course, are the World Championships. He wants to be the king, and he says to be the king, you've got to have all the gold, and that is exactly what he's trying to do right now. The next stop on the King's Tour is the AWA World Heavyweight Championship, if he can get his hands on it. And here comes the unlikely tag team partner, Jerry Lawler. He is the self-professed king of wrestling. He is the world-class heavyweight champion of the world. Well, that's a title he took from Gary Von Erich, the modern-day warrior, and since taking the title has not brought it back to the great state of Texas, nor has he defended it anywhere in the world. You're looking at him right there, the king, Jerry Lawler. He is a legend throughout the Mid-South area. Now he is here in the AWA, standing side by side with Nick Bockwinkel, something I never thought we would see, but now we're looking at it. Their opponents, oh, wait a minute. Bockwinkel makes the tag in. Lawler not real happy about that one. All right, Bockwinkel locking up with Mr. Fabiano, drops him face down into the canvas. And now going for a quick pile driver. Wow, wasting no time whatsoever. Nick Bockwinkel, the big pile driver. Fabiano's in trouble. Look at Nick Bockwinkel sizing him up. Oh, and now look at Jerry Lawler tags himself in. Both men going at it. Well, we knew this wouldn't last for too long. Bockwinkel just bailing on Lawler. Now Lawler is going to go 2-on-1. Nick Bockwinkel decided, hey, you wanted the match so bad, here you go. What would it say if Lawler was able to take both of these men on by himself and become victorious? Well, it's now become a 2-on-1 handicap match indeed, and I would not be at all surprised if Jerry Lawler was able to win, but when it comes to a numbers advantage, I don't care if it is Fabiano and Jake Milliman, it's still 2 against 1, and I've got to give them the upper hand. What a huge victory this will be for these two men if they should manage to find a way. Lawler back into the ring, Fabiano back in. They beat the count of 10, and now Fabiano's going to make the much-needed tag out to Jake Milliman. Lawler had stared down Fabiano for a moment and then turned his attention to Milliman, but perhaps a second too late as you see Jake Milliman in control. The milkman cometh. Lawler with a nice neckbreaker right there, and he takes down Jake Milliman with it. Follows it up with a tremendous knee drop right to the forehead, and that's going to definitely rattle some cages, if you know what I mean. Jerry the King Lawler marching him out to the middle of the ring, but Milliman fighting his way out of that. Trying to shake off the cobwebs, and he's got Lawler in that front face lock. Uppercut stuns the King. Down across the knee, backbreaker really taking it out of Jerry Lawler. Tremendous suplex right there by Milliman, and now Jerry Lawler is in fact in trouble. What a suplex right there, and now Jake Milliman in trouble, or I should say in control of the match, but he was. And now Jerry Lawler raining down the fists of fury. Oh, and he's bleeding right now. Jake Milliman is bleeding. Jerry Lawler, like a shark, smells blood in the water, and he's all over it. Lawler gonna stretch him out right here. He's got him in trouble. Milliman trying to make it to the ropes. I don't think he's gonna make it. The referee is right there asking Jake Milliman, do you want to give up? Do you want to submit? He doesn't. That could be a mistake on the part of Jake Milliman. The King, Jerry Lawler, hammering away with the fists of fury again, and the blood really starting to flow. Milliman blocking the suplex attempt. And he manages to get one of his own. Now he makes the tag over to Fabiano. Milliman's not going to be much use to Fabiano at this point in time. If I were Lou Fabiano, I'd be trying to put this match out right here, right now. Oh, Lawler has him in trouble. Fabiano, what a move right there by Fabiano. He was about to be pile driven. Used the momentum to his advantage and just drove the head of Jerry Lawler off the canvas. And now, look at this, would be a huge upset. Indeed, it still would, despite the 2-on-1 advantage. For those of you just joining us, this was a tag team match for as short a time as it lasted. Nick Bockwinkel and Lawler were put in as a tag team by the Commissioner Stanley Blackburn. Nick Bockwinkel, after being tagged out unceremoniously, I might add, decided, hey, you want it? It's all yours, and he left the match. In the meantime, Jerry Lawler continues to absorb punishment, this time at the hands of Jake Milliman. Milliman making the quick tag to Lou Fabiano, and this is a smart move right here. They have a fresh man option. They've got to use it as much as they possibly can. As the world-class champion taking down Fabiano again. He's stunned right there with that jawbreaker. Fabiano dropping Jerry Lawler on his head, and this could be it. It's going to be close. One. He's got two. And somehow Jerry Lawler finding a way to kick out of that one. Well, this numbers game really starting to take advantage. Fabiano's got Lawler up across the back. What's he going to do with him? Wow, tremendous slam right there, and that might be all she wrote for the King. If Jerry Lawler were to lose this match, he is definitely going to hold it against. It's over. Well, he's going to hold it against Nick Bockwinkel, no doubt about that one. Jerry Lawler is back up on his feet, but he's not happy. Uh-oh, wait a minute. He wants Bockwinkel back in the ring, and Nick Bockwinkel is not going to oblige him. This feud just heated up. Fans will be back with more right after this. All right, fans. The crowd's still buzzing about what just went down between Jerry Lawler and Nick Bockwinkel. I'm sure we've not heard the last of this one. Oh, indeed, I don't believe we have either. But now it is time to move our attention towards other confrontations here in the AWA. That, of course, being the Allied Powers as they get ready to go up against two of the members of the Cobra Corp, Sergeant Slaughter, and the latest inductee, Corporal Kirshner. Well, a lot of people were shocked just over a week ago when Sergeant Slaughter said, hey, we're going to bring out our sixth man and we're going to make this a 3-on-3 fight. It was a war right here in the world of the AWA when the Allied Powers went head-to-head with all three now members of the Cobra Corp, and it was something to behold. If you haven't seen it, fans, go back here on the Nation Network and check it out. Indeed, one of the greatest six-man tag matches we've seen in a long, long time. And here they come. They were victorious on that occasion, and they say they're going to be victorious again here tonight. The Cobra Corp, Sergeant Slaughter and Corporal Kirshner. Sergeant Slaughter has made it clear he doesn't pick anyone to be in the Cobra Corp. You have to be of the elite, and we know for a fact that Corporal Kirshner is definitely amongst the elite. Without question or without doubt, Sergeant Slaughter is not going to go easy. After the numerous attacks that have taken place and been perpetrated against Sergeant Slaughter, we knew that when he brought somebody into this fray, it was going to be a top-notch competitor, and he has not disappointed. Right to the eyes he goes to start things off. Baron Von Reschke wasting no time. A lot of bad feelings after what happened last week in that six-man tag team match. Wasn't even a tag team match. It was a Texas Tornado match, and it made it all the more. Well, there was so much going on in that one, and right now, look at this Baron Von Reschke biting away at the forehead of Sergeant Slaughter. He has already pulled out every dirty trick in the book, and we're only a minute into the match. Well, Baron Von Reschke, he can do whatever he needs to do. He knows how to wrestle. He's just going to take the cheap shots, and that's what he wants right now. He doesn't want this to be a wrestling match. He absolutely has nothing but disdain for Sergeant Slaughter and the Cobra Corp, and he's going to do everything in his power to bring them down. Well, Slaughter right now driving a knee to the back of the head. And now, Baron Von Reschke in the unfriendly territory that is the corner of the Cobra Corp. Slaughter throwing him into the turnbuckle, and now right into the big boot. Von Reschke now taking off the turnbuckle pad, exposing that steel ring in the corner. Sergeant Slaughter unaware. We'll see if that doesn't play a role in this match at some point in time. Now Von Reschke bringing Slaughter over to the corner of the Allied Powers, but Slaughter fighting his way back out. Nice move right there by Sergeant Slaughter. What a backbreaker. Down across the back end. Baron Von Reschke feeling that one. Once again into the corner he goes. Tag is made. There's the Irish whip, drop toe hold, down he goes. Follows it up with a big elbow right to the small of the back. Tag is made now. Borazukov comes right in and Corporal Kirshner catches him. Kirshner with a clothesline taking Borazukov all the way out to the floor. Referee is going to have his hands full trying to keep this one under control. I can tell you that already. Corporal Kirchner going to work on the Baron. On Morris on the floor. Tremendous clothesline by airborne specialist Corporal Kirchner. Morris Zukov with an overhead belly-to-belly here on the concrete floor. You've got to be kidding me. And now it looked like he was getting ready to get even. But Boris Zukov able to block it. Once again. I don't care what kind of an athlete you are. If you get thrown overhead like that on the concrete too many times, your night's over. And Corporal Kirchner right now is showing the signs. It's over. Unable to make it back into the ring. Well, you can hardly blame him for that. I mean, he was just beaten up outside the ring with not one, but two overhead belly-to-belly suplexes on the concrete floor. Still nothing settled in this feud. It's a count-out victory for the Allied Powers. Well, as you said, I don't believe anything is settled here, and I don't think we've heard the last of these teams. Fans, we'll be back with more AWA wrestling action. Stay with us. All right, time for it. Wait a minute. Playboy Buddy Rose and Pretty Boy Doug Summers just met the AWA Tag Team Champions a little sooner than they were expecting to. Well, this is a non-title match, but they've earned the opportunity to get in the ring with the Nasty Boys with a series of wins as of late. The other team heavily involved in the tag team title picture, the Midnight Rockers, awaiting opportunity as well. But right now, these members of the Diamond Exchange are in trouble. Well, they may have been attacked before the bell, but they are retaliating right here as the Playboy Buddy Rose with a headbutt on Brian Knobs. And now Jerry Sags from behind takes out Playboy Buddy Rose. Well, the fans are going to be hard-pressed on how they're going to want to go in this one. They're not really favorites of either, as Knobs getting involved again, and now a 2-on-1 against Playboy Buddy Rose. Well, the referee's going to have a tough time getting control of this one. They still haven't gotten the bell sounded to start this match. We still got these two men battling it out on the floor. Nasty Boys living up to their name as they often do. Driving the knee to the head of Playboy Buddy Rose. Knobs with a tremendous move right there, and Playboy Buddy Rose in all kinds of trouble. You see the pain etched on his face as the referee still waiting to decide the outcome of this match. Will there even be a match? Buddy Rose now ramming the head of Knobs back into the concrete. Referee very patient, waiting to see if these two men are going to bring it into the ring to start the match. Well, this is definitely the referee's discretion right here being used and tested at the very least. I believe he wants these teams to get in the ring so we can have a match. Playboy Buddy Rose with a tremendous power slam. All 212 pounds right across the midsection of Brian Knobs. Into the steps he goes, my goodness. Katie bar the door right here in Atlantic City. But the numbers game working against Brian Knobs as Doug Summers gets a shot in. And now the pretty boy, Doug Summers, with Brian Knobs, and he's going to throw him into the ring. Now we might actually have a match. The tag is made. We still haven't had a bell. And now it is finally official. The match has begun. First time ever I've seen a tag made in a match that hadn't begun. History made here in the AWA. And now Jerry Sags just got dropped with a DDT. There's a tag made to the fresh man. No doubt about it. The pretty boy Doug Summers is absolutely 100% ready to go. Bouncing the head of Jerry Sags off the canvas, and Sags right now is going to be feeling the effects. Sags able to fight his way back up, and now he's got him down across the knee. Titles are not on the line in this one, but I'll tell you something right now. The Nasty Boys have not been defeated here in the AWA, and they don't intend it to stop here tonight. Well, despite the fact that it is a non-title match, you have to understand that a win here by Playboy Buddy Rose and Pretty Boy Doug Summers would do an enormous amount of psychological damage to the tag team champions, and at the same time give a huge psychological advantage to the challengers when the title is up for grabs. No doubt about that. Once you know you can beat a team because you've done it, it does place that shadow of doubt that right now probably doesn't exist in the Nasty Boys' minds because they haven't dealt with adversity here in the AWA. Going to work now on the leg. Nice neck breaker right there. Perfectly executed. Fans, we remind you we still have the AWA Television Championship yet to come here tonight. Stay with us. Plenty more AWA great wrestling action to come your way here on the Nation Network. Playboy Buddy Rose out on the apron, looking a little bit clearer-minded than he was a little while ago. Jerry Sags coming back up, and look at this, with a series of clotheslines, and down goes Doug Summers. These two New York natives absolutely bringing the fight now to the #1 contenders. Oh, he goes to the middle rope. What's he gonna do? Headbutt. And now he hooks the leg, gets 1, 2, and a save is made by Playboy Buddy Rose. Well, that save may be the difference right there, because I believe the match was over. And the match may be over again right here as he hooks the leg. And now the referee taken out, and this is a bad situation. All 4 men and no referee. Sags is in the ring right now with the pretty boy Doug Summers, and now in the wrong part of town. Has him up in the air. What's he going to do? Slams him into the turnbuckle and now sets him up. Choking him out, but there's no referee to do anything about it. Pandemonium breaking loose here in Atlantic City. Tremendous elbow from the top rope, and that might be enough. Tag is made. Here comes Brian Knobbs, and again, the Nasty Boy started this one out early on, jumping the challengers before the bell ever rang in this non-title match. Diving headbutt by Knobbs this time, and he hooks the leg. Will that be it? He's got 1, 2, and 3. And just like that, the Nasty Boys continue their unblemished path to victory here in the AWA. Well, some of the best action in this one took place before the bell ever rang. As we look back on moments here, and this would be the coup de grace, as they say, with that big headbutt finding its mark. From another angle right there, hooks the leg, and the rest was simply academic. No doubt about it, there are your winners, ladies and gentlemen, the AWA World Tag Team Champions, the Nasty Boys. The World Television title will be on the line when we return. Stay with us for more AWA wrestling action. All right, fans, it is time for the AWA Television Championship to be decided right here live from the Tropicana Resort and Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Making his way down the ring this time, he is the challenger. He's a former World Heavyweight Champion, the one, the only, Larry Zbyszko. Well, Larry Zbyszko indeed is the former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, and he's been trying to get back into that title picture, but the recent arrival of Jerry Lawler has clouded Larry Zbyszko's future when it comes to that title. One thing we know for sure, Larry Zbyszko is more than capable of becoming the world champion at any point in time if given the opportunity. And now here comes the opposition, the one and only, the AWA television champion, Curt Hennig. Well, I don't mind telling you, this young man knows how to put them together. He can wrestle with the best of them. He can brawl with the best of them. He truly is the complete package. His father, the legendary Larry the Axe Hennig, still active here in the AWA. Curt Hennig has put that title up week after week, and nobody's been able to take it away from him. Will Larry Zbyszko have better luck tonight than he did last time out? We're about to find out. No love lost between these two men, I can tell you that. And that is what they are fighting for right there, the AWA Television Championship. There is the challenger fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Larry Zbyszko versus the Minnesota native and the AWA Television Champion, Curt Hennig. Well, the champion starting to really grow into the role. Putting that title on the line week in and week out. One of the most defended championships in all of the FWF, and you have to wonder, when you put the title up that many times, when will you run out? Well, a big part of the reason behind that is he has the confidence level that he's going to be victorious. He's made that very clear time and time again. I put that title up because I know nobody can beat me. Two men backed into the corner out. Referee's going to try and get a clean break here from these two men, and that's not going to happen as Larry Zbyszko taking liberties. Okay, one thing I would say that Larry Zbyszko probably doesn't want to do, and that is fire up this young superstar Curt Hennig, because if he gets him all wound up, you just never know what's going to come of that. And Larry Zbyszko, nice move right here to take the youngster down. He's got the side headlock on him. Once again, these two men lock up. Well, thus far, we're actually seeing a wrestling match, and I'm very happy to see that go behind. Nicely done by Curt Hennig. Well, to your point, yes, it has been a wrestling match as of now, and then you have to wonder who the advantage goes to if it stays this way. Larry Zbyszko, of course, the senior of the two men. He's got more experience in him, but at the same time, Curt Hennig's younger, a little fresher perhaps. Goes for the quick cover there, but it's way too early in the match. The champion scoring the 1 count with that one. Goes for the suplex, it is blocked, and Larry Zbyszko returns the favor. The damage to the back as the Irish whip sends him up. There's the drop kick by Curt Hennig, one of the things he does better than anybody. No doubt about it. Curt Hennig with pinpoint precision on those drop kicks. Now ramming the head of Larry Zbyszko into the turnbuckle. Curt Hennig once again is in complete control right now of this match as he's got Larry Zbyszko in trouble. Across the top rope, and now Zbyszko is slingshotted back to the middle of the ring. When you're the champion, you have the champion's advantage, and that is that Curt Hennig can only lose the title by being pinned or being forced to submit. If there is a disqualification or a count out, he will retain that TV title, and that is something Larry Zbyszko has to be very aware of. Tremendous backhand knife edge chop to the chest, and down goes Larry Zbyszko. Curt Hennig now with the big forearms coming down on the back. Follows it up with a tremendous neck breaker, and now the challenger is in all kinds of trouble. Stomp to the face. Indeed, the champion right now is taking over in this one. Larry Zbyszko is in trouble. And he drops him down into the turnbuckle. Larry Zbyszko might have whiplash following that one. Snapping the neck, and Larry Zbyszko's in trouble. Curt Hennig making a big mistake, in my opinion. He should be following up on this man. Well, indeed, Larry Zbyszko, not the man you want to give an opportunity to. Goes to the eyes, Larry Zbyszko. But Curt Hennig fighting his way out. He may immobilize him with a move like that. Hennig gonna go for the suplex. Well, he got him with it, but he didn't hook the leg. Normally with that move, he'll hook that leg and cradle him up on the suplex, but it doesn't matter, he's got the win. Unbelievable. I'll tell you right now, I think a lot of people here are surprised at the ease of the victory that Curt Hennig just scored over Larry Zbyszko. And of course, everybody shakes hands here in the 2K world. It's all about the sportsmanship, of course. Fans, we want to thank you so much for joining us here for the AWA, the Handshake Association of America. We'll be back with more great AWA action right here on the Nation Network, and we remind you that the UWF is coming your way in just a few moments. Stay with us on the Nation Network. In the meantime, for Mean Scheme, so long, everyone.